From nice, cozy bars to shoes? Yeah, just shoes. And becoming a magician, not exactly the craziest thing in Gensokyo, but a great achievement to a certain blonde gal. Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Top 5 Touhou Doujin Works, the series where I cover doujin works I or you guys have noticed throughout the week and had the need to tell you guys about it. So without further ado, let's begin the Top 5 Touhou Doujin Works number 51.
Number 5.
For this first work, it's going to be different as the main subject of the story will involve shoes. Not some special kind of shoes that allow you to float or make you sink like in ocarina. Just plain old ordinary shoes. Not the hypest of things, I won't lie. But there is a fun perspective with them. Fantasy girls and shoes, created by Sugumi. There's two stories related to this. The first one begins with Nidori. The kappa is at a river when she spots some nice looking shoes. Hina comes by and comments they're mismatched with her clothing. Still finds Nidori cute though. The question as to who the shoe belongs to. No human villagers would wear these, especially tossing them in the yokai mountain as well. Nidori suspects they're from the outside world. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that. Nidori talks about before they moved to Gensokyo, the land of kappas would sometimes get human visitors. And that's where I'm going to end Nidori's section. The next story involves the same looking shoe, I think. Anyway, it was spotted by a human villager. The girl can't help but think about the same shoe. Thinking in the same vein as Nidori, as no villager would wear that shoe, it's then said villager met up with Reimu. The shrine maiden isn't entirely sure who it would belong to. No luck from Reimu, the girl continues on her days, still thinking about said shoe. Fuck, if it wasn't clear enough, this girl is mesmerized by them. I'm gonna leave it there. It's not every day I talk about shoes for Touhou, especially involving Nidori and an original character as well. So I felt it would be a unique one to talk about.
Number 4.
The Mingyurin Temple, as we currently know, is the place where Byakuman's Buddhist crew resides. Not only that, people, both humans and yokai, are freely able to attend, although I never thought the place as fluffy until now. Strange, I know. Difference of soft and fluffy created by Dynamo begins with Sanae visiting the Buddhist crew. Sanae, once seeing the entire crew, refers to them as someone's animal kingdom. Mamizo translated it as calling them a zoo. After reviewing the team, she wasn't exactly wrong in a sense. Ichiran doesn't take the news too well. She tries to be proactive in this situation? I wouldn't exactly call it a bad thing if the folks were considered a zoo, considering they're based on animals, but whatever. She meets with Mamizo and instantly things get dangerous. The Tanuki was wondering what the hell was going on. Ichiran explains she's trying to do her a kindness and suggests to cut it. Mamizo's not having it. I'm with Mamizo on this. If you're coming after me with scissors like that, no way in hell I'm trusting you. Ichiran fears that after Sanae's comment, people will call Byakuran a zoo director. I don't recall if anyone has ever called her that before. And Mamizo's with me on this one. All I can say is Ichiran is a little wacky in this work. Kyoko comes in the nick of time, saving Mamizo, claiming that her tail's nice and fluffy. I ain't arguing with Kyoko here. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for this one. I know the work was meant to be more related to the animal parts given its name, but I gotta say the highlight was definitely Ichiran. Not every day you see her cracking like this, that's for sure.
Number 3.
For this work, it's gonna deal with two unlikely duo in the human village, although one of them certainly likes to pester the other. Band drinks, Sekibunki's dinner time drink situation, created by Makuwani. It begins with Sekibunki buying some food. It sounds like the event of Hopeless has just started given the fact that duels were happening in the village. We then cut to a bar where Sekibunki is relaxing with a meal. In that bar, a certain hermit comes in. Miko chats with Sekibunki for a bit. Sekibunki finishes up and leaves, Miko following as well. Sekibunki is curious as to why Miko's following her, to which Miko questions to why a yokai is living in the village. Her jig is up. Sorta. Sekibunki was wondering if Miko was gonna attack her like Reimu, Marissa, or Sakya. Miko's not for bullying the weak and just wants to get to know more about her. Sekibunki isn't a big fan of the hermit, but the prince pays no mind to it. Miko visits Sekibunki's room and knows that she and Tochiko might get along. Miko then gives her a warning, and it's not related to her being a yokai. Miko knows that it's no fun getting along with normal humans. It's different if they have abilities like Reimu or Marissa. Miko tells Sekibunki that instead of not saying anything and then regretting it, She should express herself with words. I'm gonna leave it at there. It's an interesting work as these two random characters have to interact in the human village. Not a duo I was expecting in any way.
Number 2.
So the last work was about two random characters who have no sort of relations, simply hanging out. Well, more like Miko annoying Sekibunki anyway. This next one will continue to follow that same trait. We met in a dream created by Hisona. Begins with Sumuriko lying down. We see that she's pretty banged up. Dormy pops in and questions how many times it's been. Dormy says there was no point in sending everyone against her. Dormy notes that this will continue to happen until she wakes up. We then get to a new page and the title says Sunday. Here we have a unique meeting. Flandre and Byakuren. Now that's a duo, alright? The two are having a pleasant chat and mention about meeting one another in a dream and seeing Sumuriko as well. We get to a new page which is Monday. Here Yuyuko and Eiki are conversing with one another. Again, the topic of dreams is being brought back. The next day is Tuesday and here we're having the meeting of two princesses, Kaguya and Shimyumaru. The Inkling is nervous at the difference of level between the two. Both are fairy tale related characters and Kaguya is really interested in that aspect of her. The next page is Wednesday and Orin is saddened. Koichi got attached to Ran in the dream she saw and suddenly went out to abduct her. Well, hot damn! Koichi does not play around. Satori and Oku were actually familiar with Ran and she fit in with the palace crew quite well. Let's just say Satori and even Ran is enjoying their little setup. I'm gonna leave it at there. You may be wondering why these characters are interacting with one another. It took a second reading until I realized what was going on. It's based on Violet Detector. The meetups were based on how they teamed up against Sumuriko, Flandre and Byakuren, Kaguya and Shimimaru, and ran with most of the Komeiji family. Expanding on their meeting for the story was a really cool concept, one I honestly loved. Because let's be real, we ain't ever seeing Flandre interacting with Byakuren like that ever again. I mean, it wasn't until the newest print work as of this recording, Cheating Detective Satori, that Flandre spoke again. Her last dialogue was back in Bohemian! So yeah, just having Flandre speak is a miracle in its own right.
Number 1.
For the last work, let's just say that someone has finally accomplished their lifelong goal. Well, one of them anyway. I've Become a Magician, created by Strange Chameleon, stars none other than Marissa. We start with said magician. We see that she's overflowing with magical power. She stayed up all night and still isn't hungry. She believed that she had truly become a magician. Unfortunately, it was just a misunderstanding. It's then we have our narrator for the story, a chewed up mushroom. I gotta admit, that's a first. This mushroom breaks down the events of yesterday. Marissa was nibbling on it and since she didn't sleep, she didn't remember. Being a mushroom from the force of magic, strange things is bound to happen. Aside from the power increase and powerful aura, you become excited, you won't feel hungry, but the most important fact of all, whenever you strike a cool, photogenic pose, you disperse spores that make others believe in those effects. That is the most bizarre side effect I've ever heard. And this is fucking Touhou we're talking about. With all the information thrown at us, we see Marissa heading to Reimu's place to tell the good news. Reimu was pretty accurate about the eating strange stuff. The mushroom was not lying as it had an effect on Reimu. And if it could do that to Reimu, it's no laughing matter. Although the effects are not long lasting as when she left the area, Reimu almost forgot the entire deal. It's then Marissa goes out to the entirety of Gensokyo, flexing on her new powers. She even got a whole new attire as she visited SDM to see Patchley, Alice, and yeah, even Kokuma as well. I want to leave it at there. A mushroom magical filled Marissa flying around Gensokyo. I want to say that's a strange phrase, but this is Gensokyo so anything floats really. Let's just say the two magicians are not taking this cocky Marissa kindly. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Which dojo works are you going to check out later? Do you want to see the Miurin Zoo? Are you curious to see the random duos? Or do you want to see Marissa get burned by the magicians? If you guys enjoyed the episode, please give it a like and subscribe or else you might be infected by those spores. Not the worst thing, I'll admit to that. But still, stroking Marissa's ego is never a good thing. Either way, this is Magi and thanks again for watching.